just for a minute. Close your eyes for a second.
The Real Housewife of Atlanta has just descended into chaos, and we are just 3 episodes in, guys. 3 episodes in. I don't know what to say. It just seems like this particular group are trying to click. However, they're doing it too fast, and so there's just envy, jealousy, spite, and it's now resulting in conflict. So Kelly's gathered the girls together for a Bauman charity-like event promoting or supporting some disease that her kids have. And this is where it popped up, or, you know, things went left between Shamea and Angela. Now, Angela, I called it in my last about her nose job that looks like it's hanging on by a thread. And I also called out the fact that I think there's trouble in her marriage. And quite frankly, I think there is massive trouble in her marriage. And so she's deflecting from that because she did promote herself as someone who is happily married, or again, emphasizing this is the first time I'm marrying Oakley. This is the first time we're being married. And so you can see she's trying to oversell, and when you try to oversell too much, it shows that there's something you're hiding. And I think it's clear as day that Angela is deflecting from her marital woes, and she is trying to pick on whatever straw she can to make it seem like she's got a storyline. Now, I think Shamea is a storyline, but I can tell, you know, when someone is driving your entire investment property, you know, as a car, there's obvious reasons to be jealous of that person. And Angela, quite frankly, fix your nose or just move along. Now, guys, thank you so much for subscribing, staying on, and please continue on to support this channel. Share this channel with your friends, hit the notification button, and again, comment. You never know, I might give you a shout. So things actually kicked off with we now know Porsha and Shamea have a fallout. Now, I don't know what was the cause. We're going to eventually find out what is causing this particular fallout. Now, we do know that from the dust settling post Shamea's birthday party and the fact that her husband gifted her a brand new Rose Red Cullinan, the girls are just envious. They are seeing green left, right, and center. Now, Porsha, you know, is really post-divorce. There's a lot going on for her. And Drew is also dealing with Raf's shenanigans. Apparently, documents from their divorce filing has been unsealed. There's infidelity, there is abuse, there is a lot of things that are going to be coming out. That's not enough. You know, Porsha feels hard done by with the fact that Drew is using Dennis, her music producer, for storyline. By the way, her album is out and the music is banging. I love Spin the Block. Really, I do love that song. So let's support this girl. She's doing the best she can. I do know Drew lies a lot. That's the problem. Drew lies a lot. However, I think, you know, for the shades that is this particular group of women, there's nothing hot but a little bit of a lie. Brit is gathering her family, her in-laws together for a sit down and a particular catch up, long overdue catch up. And I think she's planning, you know, her vow renewal slash wedding big event, and also trying to come to terms with the fact that her sister and her are now no longer seeing eye to eye, given the fact that their business venture has now crumbled. Now, girl, I don't know if you have a good business IQ, man. However, I would say there's a lot lacking depth-wise, so I will leave it there. Okay, we did see the girls come together, you know, to sort of for like a sit-down talk, or should I say an intervention of sorts with Drew. Okay, so this is Cynthia, Kenya, and Drew, and I think there's one other girl that was there present. I think it was Brit. And they all wanted to find out why Drew did not, you know, inform Porsha first about her intentions to work with Dennis. But I think, like, from what Drew is saying, she did. And Porsha is the one that is, you know, not putting out. And so it's looking like as if Drew stole her man. No, Drew did not steal your man. Drew needed the guy for storyline. I don't think Drew thought you would be divorcing your husband whilst you were really getting reintroduced into the franchise. So for all intents and purposes, I see from both sides. The writing Drew means well or means bad. For Porsha, no. Is this a business deal that has now sort of taken a sour note because there's now friendship that's now been fractured? Yes. However, Kenya calling her a HOE or HWHORE was just out of line, and that's just Kenya being mean Kenya and shady Kenya. There's no place for all of that shenanigans. Now, for the other group of girls trying to put her down, I think take a break, girl. Back off her, and let her do what's best. She's going through a lot at the moment. We did see Angela and her husband. I don't know what's going on there. You know, on the one hand, she's praising this guy, and on the other hand, she's like calling him out for not helping her. They have an investment property that's like under renovations right now, and they are talking about going to counseling. So the girl is painting one picture and then trying to paint another picture for us. So, girl, what is the deal? Like, Angela, you're not Angela, you're not Angeline, okay? And I can just see your mean spirit, very mean spirit. Maybe you need to take a few hormones shot to calm you down. Calm you down. They did talk about the event or the Shamea sit down that didn't go too well. Apparently, there's like, again, when there's like miscommunication, misrepresentation, Chinese whisper, things are just said and blown out of proportion. Okay. And this was highlighted with Porsha when she sat down with her mom. Her mom seemed to think that Shamea does not mean well. I'm like, really? Well, Porsha did find this information after having a sit down with Kelly, when Kelly sort of picked back, you know, on her comment. Now, I guess they would have seen this particular sit down play out, the sit down between Kelly's Brit and Shamea play out. And so maybe be the judge, because a lot of what was said was instigated by Kelly's. And for Porsha to think that Shamea was out of place to be telling her, your best friend coming to you to say, I'm giving you the heads up so you know. I know you're going through a hard time, but know this because people are talking. And Porsha feels she's wrong for that. Like, damn if you do, damn if you don't. At this point, I'm questioning Porsha. Like, I'm seeing things and I'm questioning it. I don't want to say a lot with regard to that, but I'm thinking in the next episode, I will be opening my mouth. And Porsha's mom seemed to think that Shamea coming to feed in this information to her friend was not in good taste or good light. Girls, this is crazy ass, and I can't unpack this. But like I said, it did conclude with the sit down at the Bauman event and a back and forth between Shamea, where Shamea literally said, your nose is not nosing. Quite literally. Angela is stretching. Angela is saying, oh, you're in Porsha's ARSE. However, you, Angela, you are fighting Drew's battle. It's not your call to make. Stay away, stand back. And guess what? When Drew walked in, Shamea and Drew ironed out their differences. And I'm like, there we go. And look at you, Angela, like fighting for straws. Not even needles now. Straws. We're going to see how this unfolds in the next episode. Now, come on the comment section and share your thoughts. Like I said, Angela is deflecting. Her marriage is in crisis. And so she's using Shamea for storyline. Shamea is her storyline. And I think all bets were off when they saw how good Shamea had it. Family, check. Husband's wealth, check. She having everything going for her, check. Now being a fan favorite, check. And they're like, we're going to come for this girl. It's the mean girl spirit. And I'm so shocked not that is happening amongst this group of black women who claim to be successful. Anyway, guys, you're deserving. I will see you same time on this channel next week. Bye for now. Stay safe and remain focused.